Hello, let's continue our Sudoku adventure with Tannenbaum by Palfly Kampling. So this one was specifically created for the 24th. It is New Year's Eve day. This is the second to last puzzle of our advent. Tomorrow will be the final puzzle. I hope you enjoyed the 25 holiday themed puzzles. Of course, Sudoku adventure will continue as normal after tomorrow. But these puzzles are still, even though they're themed, they're still on brand for Sudoku adventure. So more of the same. Hope you're enjoying the series in general. Been going for a long time. We plan to continue to go for a long time. All right, well, let's go over the rules here. We do have normal 6x6 Sudoku rules, meaning in every row, every column, and every 2x3 box, we are placing the digits 1 to 6 exactly once each. We also have these green lines in the grid that make up this tree. This is a German whisper line. And so adjacent digits on the line, like these two, have to have a difference of at least 3. So you take the bigger number minus the smaller number. Here, 6 minus 2 is 4. That's allowed because that's at least 3. But if I did 6, 4, 6 minus 4 is 2. That is not a big enough distance between these two digits, so that would not be allowed. And of course, going the other way, we do 6 minus 4 is 2, and that's still not enough, but 6 minus 2 is 4, that would be enough. All right, in addition to that, we do have these black stars in the grid. They're the same as black dots if you're used to them, Kropke dots. Digits separated by these black stars have a 1 to 2 ratio, meaning 1 is exactly double the other. So if this was 2, this could be 1, because 2 is double 1, or this could be 4, because 4 is double 2. So you can see the order doesn't matter, just the bigger one is double the smaller one, exactly double. Or another way to put it is if you double the smaller one, you get the bigger one. Now we could put 2, 4 elsewhere. There's no black star there. That's perfectly fine. We aren't given all the black stars. All right, and that's it. Those are the rules. There's a link in the description if you'd like to try the puzzle yourself, and I'm going to get started right now. Okay. How do I want to start? So there's something about Kropke, the black stars here that I want to talk about, which is there are only 3 ratios that we can do. And if you think about the smaller digit can be from 1, 2, or 3. If the smaller digit is 1, we're doubling it to 2. If the smaller digit is 2, we're doubling it to 4. And if the smaller digit is 3, we're doubling it to 6. If we made the smaller digit 4, we'd have to double it to 8. Right? So that doesn't work. There's no 8 in the puzzle. So you'll notice that we don't know which is the small end or which is the large end, but the small end is 1, 2, 3, and the large end is 2, 4, 6. Now, something to notice about that is 2 out of the 3 combinations use a 2. There's the 1, 2, and there's the 2, 4. And so if we have 2 black dots or black stars, I should say, next to each other, like this, that share a row, they can't both use the 2, which means one of them has to be a 3, 6 pair. So one of these, we don't know which one will be a 3, 6 pair, and the other one will be from 1, 2, 4, and it will definitely contain the 2. Now, again, we don't know which is which. This is just an example. They could be swapped. But you'll notice also that none of those involved the 5. So if we cannot put a 5 on a black dot, this is also on a black dot, because you can't half the 5 to 2.5, you can't double it to 10, right? Can't be the larger digit, can't be the smaller digit. So this row is going to need a 5, and it ends up here. This is our 5. And then this is definitely not a 2, and it's not a 3, 6, because remember, one of these will be 3, 6. We'll just pick one. One of these will be 3, 6. The other one will be 1, 2, 4, and it will involve a 2. It'll be 1, 2, or 2, 4. So this cell can't be the 3, 6 pair that's here or here, and it can't be the 2. So it's going to be the 1, 4 that is the other end of this 2. Hopefully that makes sense. And because of this 2, this 3, 6 was actually correct. Right, now let me explain how this happened, right? Just in case that was unclear. One of these will be 3, 6, and one of these will be 1, 2, or 2, 4. So it'll involve a 2. So the 1, 2... the 2, 3, and 6 are gone, as well as the 5, right? So if we can't be 2, 3, 5, 6, the only digits left are 1 or 4. Now, to pair up with the 1, 4 across this black star, the only digit they go with is 2. 1 is doubled to 2, and 4 is halved to 2. Can't double 4 to 8. 8 is too big. Now that there's a 2 in this box, this cannot involve the 2, so it has to be the 3, 6. And then this is a 1, 2, 4 that does involve the 2. So I happened to pick the right order that last time. But it works either way. It doesn't. We don't have to assume the order in order for us to get this too. Okay, so we know there's a 5 in one of these 2 cells. In fact, this is 1, 4, 5. There's There's a 3-6 pair down here. All right. So we probably have to start thinking about this line here. So let's talk about German whisper lines now. The difference is at least 3. That's finely tuned for the size of the puzzle. And the difference changes with the size of the puzzle. So in 9x9, the difference is actually 5. And the reason for that is because we want it to force a low-high switcheroo. So every other cell along the line will swap between low and high. So imagine this cell here were low. And by low, I mean a 1, 2, or 3. The lower half of the 1 through 6. If this is low, we certainly can't subtract 3 from any of these digits because it would get to 0 or less. We can't subtract 3 or more, so we get to 0 or less. So we're going to have to add 3 or more. And by adding 3 or more, even from the 1, the smallest digit, adding 3 to it, the smallest difference, we'd still end up at 4. And so this ends up being 4, 5, 6. And then from the 4, 5, 6, we can't add 3 or more, so we have to subtract 3 or more, which gets us back to the 1, 2, 3 range. So once we know whether any digit is low or high, we know how it alternates. So what we can do is we can color it green, purple, green, purple, green, purple, green. Now, we don't know whether green is low or green is high, but we know purple is the other one. And so what we also know is there are exactly 3 lows and exactly 3 highs in every row, column, or box. So this column has 3 greens in it, which means the rest of the column is purple. This column has 3 purples in it, meaning the rest is green. This box has 3 purples, so the rest is green. This box has 3 greens, so the rest is purple. Now this is going to be a purple and a green. We don't know which is which. But we just put a purple on a 5. So we know purple is high. So this has to be a high digit. That's 4, which goes with 2. That makes that a 1. All right. We also know that this is a 1, 3 pair. We also know that these are low, these are high. So this is a 5, 6 pair. I don't like to pencil a cell that's already marked low or high. One thing I will do though is I use green, purple when I don't know yet, but once I do know, I like to use blue and orange because I just consistently just think about blue as low and orange as high. That's just something I've trained myself to do, and it gives me the nice intuition on what to fill because I'm used to it. Anyway, and like blue feels cold. I'd normally use like red, but the orange it kind of looks nicer in contrasting with the blue. So I use orange for like a hotter color. Anyway, we have a 5, 6 pair here. This has to be high. This is a 4. Now, a 4 on a German whisper line is a little bit special because there is only one digit that can pair up with a 4, which is the 1, because any other digit will not have a difference of at least 3. So this has to be next to a 1 on both sides. That gives us the 3 and 1 here. 3 is also special in that it only pairs up with a 6. So this has to be a 6. 6 goes with 3, so that's low. That makes this high. We could have actually figured out that this was low, because remember that a black star has definitely at least one low digit on it, the 1, 2, or 3. And this we knew was high, and so it had to pair up with a low, and that could have finished our coloring as well, but we didn't have to do that. We need 4 and 5. This 5 says that's 5, this is 4, or this 4 could have done the same thing. This is a 2 to finish the box. All right, so this line is essentially done. We know that these 2 are low, and so now these 2 are high. So this is high. That means that we get low, high, low, high, low, high. So again, we need highs for the rest of this column. So this has to be the 6 and 3. This is low. Whole column is low. This box finishes with a high. This has 3 lows in it, so that's high, and then this is low. Great, we're done coloring. Now we should be able to just plonk some things, I think. We know this is a 1, so that doesn't prevent this from being 4. 1 is the only digit that can go with 4, but it doesn't force it to be 4 either. This is a 4 or 5 pair. That places the 6 here. 6 can go with any low digit. This is a 2, 3 pair. In fact, 6 is one of these 2 cells. This could easily be a 3. Oh, this cannot be a 3. That's the key. If this was a 3, these would both have to be 6. That's not going to work. So this has to be 2. This is 3, making the 6 there, giving us the 5, 6 here. The 3 gives us the 3 and 2 there. Oh, I should have filled this digit. It's a 6. Didn't even notice it wasn't filled. That's our 3. This can't be 4, so it's 5 and 4 and 5 and 4 and 5. We need a 1 and a 2, and this digit's a 4, and we're done. Oh, fun fact. In some countries in Central Europe, like Austria, Christmas is celebrated on the evening of the 24th, and the presents are brought by the Christkind. Christ child. Or Christkind, then, probably. Christkind? I don't know. Anyway. Cool. Well, thanks, Palfly. This was a neat puzzle. I like how this solved. Give me an opportunity to explain a lot about German whispers and black stars or black dots, which you will encounter a lot in this series. So very good idea to understand the different concepts. And this explained it very well. Cool. Well, I enjoyed this. Let me know how you did, and if you enjoyed it, why not leave a like, subscribe, and a kind comment below.